The tech job market has been in the news for last 2 years. You have all heard news about layoffs, about hiring freezes, about people speculating if the tech boom is over or if AI is going to eliminate most of the tech roles. Well, I spent the last 6 weeks doing a deep dive into the tech job market for 2024, and for that I've gone through dozens of articles, have gone through some tech job reports like CompTIA, Dice.com, and have spoken with a lot of hiring managers as well as some seasoned professionals. And based on all these, I'm going to share with you what my key takeaways are for the US tech job market. So let's jump right in. The very first trend which I'm noticing, there was a lot of negative news coming in the last 2 years. There were a lot of layoffs happening. If you look at the aggregated data at websites like layoffs.fyi, the stats are pretty depressing. Nearly 500,000 tech jobs were cut in the last 2 years alone. So based on that, people are sort of in a depressive mindset, but most of the forward-looking projections are still very encouraging. According to the CompTIA's State of the Tech Workforce in 2024, in the next 10 years, tech workforce will grow twice as fast as the rest of the US job market. The projections coming from US Department of Labor and Statistics is also very good and very promising. So based on that, I'm anticipating that a lot of bad news which were coming in for the last 2 years are going to subside now, and you'll see a lot of job openings in the coming years. Another trend which I'm noticing is that not all sectors are growing equally within the tech. There are some sectors which are related to AI, ML, cybersecurity, etc., which were seeing a lot more demand than others, for example, IT support and network administration. And even when you look at the CompTIA report, which projects twice as much growth for tech industry in the next 10 years, if you look at the breakdown, there are some categories within the tech which are going to benefit a lot more than others. If you look at the stats coming from different job portals, we also see a similar trend. There are some roles for which there are a lot of job openings, and while there are some which do not have as many. So if you are still in the beginning and trying to see which job category to pick, be little more strategic and pick something which has a lot of demand today and also has a growing demand in the future. Third trend which I'm seeing is that there are a lot more senior roles available today than there are junior roles. For example, if you go on LinkedIn and try to do a job search for software engineer in the entire United States, and if we keep the experience level to internship, entry level, and associate, we see that the number of job openings around 37,000. Whereas if we change that experience filter to mid-level and senior, for just this one filter, there are about 84,000 roles available, which is twice as much as the junior roles. Now, when you contrast it against the availability of engineers, you will see that there are very few senior roles available as compared to junior roles. This means that if you are a senior software engineer today, there are a lot more job opportunities for you as compared to someone who is just getting started. So if you are new in the tech job market and you're going through some hard time, it is very understandable. You're not alone. There are a lot of people who are going through it. But the good thing is that once you get your first project and are able to work in the industry for 2-3 years, and you change your title from an associate to a little bit more mid-level, then there are much more job opportunities available for you. Another very important trend which I'm seeing is that remote has become a new norm. A lot of people were anticipating that with COVID behind us, remote roles will keep going down and will actually become almost non-existent as they were before 2019. But surveys are suggesting that even in today's market, there are about 21% roles which are still remote, which means that 1 in 5 job posting is remote. And this trend has been consistent for prior many months, and you can validate it yourself. For example, if you go to LinkedIn and you search for software engineer roles in the United States, there are about 137,000 results. If you apply the filter of remote, you'll see that there are still about 26,000 roles which are remote. This is around 19% and is in line with the results we are seeing with other surveys. Though most of these remote roles are for senior positions. So if you are just getting started, remote roles are not as much available for you. And personally, I think for people who are fresh and are still in the beginning of their career, they should try to find an in-person role so that their learning is greater, especially in the beginning years. As I said in the beginning, the tech stack which you are developing your expertise in is very much important in terms of determining your job prospects today and in future. I've created a separate video on the topic of what are the most in-demand tech skills in today's world. The link is somewhere here. Please check it out. In this, I've compared different tech skills based on their job prospects, their future growth, their salaries, etc. So I'm pretty sure you'll like this video. Thank you so much for watching.